The Crenshaws, owners of the Crenshaw Foods Empire, patriots, philanthropists, and American royalty. Truly, one of the most revered and powerful families in the world.
Brooklyn is the place where the initial idea for the Majestics came about. I was living in a brownstone here in Brooklyn in Bedford-Stuyvesant, and my brother and I, we were just talking about what our kids would be like, our sons and then our niece, what they would be like if when they were older, if they were like superheroes. So Brooklyn has always been a place, even when I was growing up, I grew up on the island, Long Island, and I would come here every week and I would look forward to my weekend trips to Brooklyn. Glad to see the rest of my family. At least for me, it has that import. There's a lot of creative energy here, so I like, in Brooklyn, and it's Brooklyn, it's just Brooklyn. When you say it, it speaks volumes, so you can dig it. The Majestics is important to me because I get an opportunity to create something that elevates the mind state of the people, that presents an image of people that is uplifting, that is edifying, that at the same time is entertaining, inspirational, that has, and is good for you too. I want to give something good, something that's wholesome, and fly, and just all 360 degrees to create something that is divine and just put it out there for people and have them feel good about it and go off and do something positive themselves and spark something. The struggle, I think, being an African-American male in animation is that I think it's marginalized. At least that group has been marginalized up to this point. So a lot of the characters, a lot of the storylines, the plot lines that involve African-American characters in general, male and female, it's been ghettoized. It's like real thugged out or in some way dysfunctional. There's not a wholesome sort of Captain America type African-American hero. There's not, at least to this point, there hasn't been an all-American African-American story. A lot of it is subculture, it's anti-hero, and there's nothing wrong with the anti-hero. But if your starting point for African-American storytelling is always off center, off base, then that's the template. That's where you're starting. You're always looking at African-American people as being the other, as opposed to being foundation, a part of the foundation, a core, apple pie. If people say American is apple pie, that would be me. Jimi Hendrix, Coltrane, Martin Luther King. Ain't nothing more American than Martin Luther King. George Washington is no more American than Martin Luther King or Jimi Hendrix, and I think changing that perception of what is American and wholesome and good, and inclusive. I mean, shoot, we've been here, we put in work, so the iconography needs to be accurate, So from my perception, that's what it needs. It needs that,